Hi, everyone. Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekends Coaching. I'm here each and every week to do business leadership in 15 minutes. And I do this for a couple of reasons. One reason is for you to be able to shift your perspective or your vantage, if you will, of your business and really turn it into a competitive edge. And the second reason is for you to be able to take one action item away each week and implement it in your business. I primarily work with business owners who are in the automotive and skilled trade industries. These are people that I admire and respect. But many of them come to me when they feel like their business is consuming them and they decided that they want to have a life. They don't want to sacrifice their life anymore for their business. And that's where I come in and help. Now, this week's topic is my way or the highway thinking. And I've talked to many business owners, both inside and outside of these industries, that basically had a my way or the highway approach. And, when I meet these business owners, they have this approach to operating their small business and they really believe that it's the best way. So a lot of people will say, well, why does this happen? What's wrong with that? What's kind of like the good and the bad of that? And the reason why it happens is fear. But how it happens gradually. And a lot of times business owners have no idea. They don't actually see this happening to them because they're in it. So it's hard to see. It's like a blind spot what's going on. So I just want to walk through the steps and kind of unpack this my way or the highway thinking. So how this happens for many business owners is they want control, right? They really want this sense of control over all areas of their business. And they believe that their way is the best way. After all, it's their business. What's happening is their fear of delegating tasks and allowing others to make decisions can lead to micromanaging, and that can become a real problem. The next thing that happens is they have a lack of trust. They may believe that their team really doesn't have the skills needed or the experience needed to make important decisions. So when that happens, it really leads them to believe that their way is the only option. They think of their business as their baby. And that's why they have this lack of trust. It's not so much in other people, but it's really in their leadership. The next is personal investment. And this is real. I can totally understand this feeling. Owners often have invested a significant amount of time, money, emotional energy, effort into their business. And now they have this sense of ownership and attachment to their way of doing things. And changing that is really hard for them because they believe, if we deviate from that or from their approach, their way of thinking or their approach, it really could threaten their business. It could threaten their success. And lastly, they have limited resources. Many small business owners operate on limited budgets and they have limited resources. So this can lead to a lack of flexibility. It could lead, when you're making decisions, it can also lead to not being adaptable, right? When challenges happen. So owners may feel that they can't afford to take any kind of risk or try new approaches. And then what happens is, this makes them think that they need to stick with what they know works. They are trapped into this thinking small. They get stuck there because here's what happens. Change always happens. Markets change, economies change, technology changes, and we have to be ready for that. So, regardless of the reason, it's important for small business owners and leaders to recognize how valuable collaboration and flexibility is. And when you're looking to achieve success, it really is important to listen to feedback from your team members, from partners, customers, even suppliers and vendors, to be open minded to new ideas, new ways of doing things, a new approach. Pushing through the my way or the highway trap is really the best way. It can help businesses stay competitive and it can help them adapt to change. So now that we kind of understand the my way or highway thinking approach, what are the advantages and are there advantages? I believe there are. And there are advantages for using that approach when you're talking about your core values and boundaries. That's what's really, really important. So, getting clarity. When you take this approach, the my way or the highway, when it comes to your core values and boundaries, it can make it crystal clear, all right, and make it concise, the direction that you want to take your business. It's clear and it's concise. You can say it very, very simply, and it helps to ensure that everyone is aligned and working towards the same goals. Now, this can increase productivity and it can increase efficiency. So, I want to give you an example of this. If you have a core value of respect, then you want to show respect for all, not just everyone respecting you as the owner, but you want to be respectful of everyone. So that is a core value of yours. And when we think of my way or the highway approach, if people aren't respectful, if people are out and out rude, or they're disrespectful, or they're belittling other people, then it's time to cut your ties. Whether it's a customer, a team member, a vendor, you need to talk to them. And then if nothing else works, if all fails, then it's time to let them go, because you have to stand up and draw that line in the sand for your core values. The next thing is control. When it comes to your core values and boundaries, this approach gives business owners more control over the decision-making process, even when they have to step away from their business. And this can be beneficial because the owner has a clear vision and knows what they want to achieve, and they share it with their team. So a great example of this is developing your team. If you know that you want to be able to step away from your business, your core values, you have to share them with your team, and your team has to know what's expected. They have to know where you stand and be in alignment with that as well. Accountability is the next one. And this approach can create a culture of accountability where everyone is responsible for their actions and their decisions. And this could lead to more focus and a disciplined team. So when you think about my way or the highway, when it comes to accountability, what you're really attracting is people who want to challenge themselves, people who want to grow, they want to learn, and they are the type of the people that are up for that challenge. They want to better themselves. So those are the advantages of the my way or the highway thinking. Here are the disadvantages when you use it for every single thing in your business. Because when you use it in all areas of your business, sales, marketing, operations, use it with people, use it with financials, there's a lack of flexibility. And this approach can be rigid and inflexible. And it may not allow for changes and adjustments that need to be made, based on circumstances. Like I said before, economy, the market has changed. Things happen within your business and something needs to be changed. So this can actually limit your business's uh, ability to be adaptable and grow. So part of this, a good example of this would be not being open-minded to new ideas, new ways. The other thing is it limits your creativity. It may stifle creativity and innovation, as team members may feel that they can't share their ideas with you or even suggest another approach because, after all, it's your way and it's your way or the highway. And lastly, you end up with unhappy team members. An unhappy team feels that their opinions and ideas aren't valued. And this can result in a high turnover rate and difficulty in attracting new talent to your business. So overall, the my way or the highway approach can be effective when it comes to your core values and setting boundaries. Absolutely 100%. But it may not be the best approach for every circumstance. It's important for business owners and leaders to be open to feedback and input from your team members, from your customers, from other business owners that you speak with. Many owners in the automotive industry and in the skilled trades really haven't experienced working in a healthy culture environment for decades. But you can change that going forward. You can be the type of owner or leader that you would have enjoyed working with. Think about the type of person that you wished you had as an owner or leader when you started out in the industry. And the other thing that you could do is you can build the type of business that people want to be part of and that they're proud to work at. You can build that. You can create that. You can learn from the past and move forward. So I'm curious, if you put it in the comments or on the replay, put it, in the chat there. What has your experience been with that my way or the highway thinking? What have you actually seen? What have you actually experienced? What have you heard from other people? So if you find this valuable, please share it with another business owner that we can learn from one another. And thank you for joining me this week. Have a great week.